Good morning, everyone. This is Srikant Rajan. Welcome back to the Stock Market Podcast from MPIinvest.com, the only community where we get guided assistance to invest in stock market, bonds, mutual funds, fixed deposits, and all kinds of insurance. That means we are the complete financial planner for you. Of course, if you want to join the community, all you need to do is join the free community by going to the link mentioned on the website here. Now, coming to the market, what a day it was, and I would say a great week as well. So we at MPI Family and Gold Club actually ended the week with amazing profits on the kitty already. And if you look at what happened on Friday, we could see the market actually going on a complete fall till afternoon. The first half it was a complete fall, but then in the last 1 hour, the kind of recovery, not just recovery, it even broke the day's opening and then rallied upwards, majorly powered by SBIN. So of course, SBIN was expected to give out good results, and then we could see the entire Nifty kind of rising and rallying up, and that's some place where we could see the huge green candles, and we could see the market actually closing above 18,100. The FIIs have continued to buy. Yes, the FIIs are continuing to buy on a regular basis. In fact, they bought for almost 15,000 crores in the last week itself. So that exactly is the kind of holding that they're adding on a weekly basis, which is something really good. Now, if you look at the market, right now the entire market is being driven by FIIs. So right now, I would say, though the market is not fundamentally ready to go further higher, but then the continuous buying by FIIs are actually making the market actually rally upwards. So it is now in the hands of the FIIs whether the market would actually hit the all-time high this week. But then, of course, there are a lot of challenges also coming up this week. Let us discuss about it as we go further. Now, coming to some stock news, I would say after the Indian markets closed, we could see the results coming in on the Saturday. We had SBI coming out with results, and results were really good. In fact, that was expected, and that's exactly why SBI has been rallying for a few days. Now, after such a great result, they've also given guidance that the next quarter can be even better because of huge corporate loans being dispersed by SBI. So that, of course, is really positive for SBI. So if market decides to go further with SBI rally today, then there are chances the Nifty can actually continue to rally upwards. But then, if people who are holding SBI for quite few weeks, I would say has been sitting with really good profits in hand. So probably it could see that some profit booking kicks in SBI, and if that happens, probably the market can actually kind of go down. Right now, if you see, the Bank Nifty has been performing really well. And if you see last week also, that it was Bank Nifty and the metal sector which actually rallied upwards and gave that support to the Nifty. But if you look at the Bank Nifty, it's already close to its all-time high, and it can actually face resistance at this point of time. And one important thing to note is that even though the PSU banks are rallying, the private sector banks are not showing that kind of power. So will the market actually break out is a big question right now. It can, of course, if the FIS do pitch in. So that's something that we need to watch out closely for this week. So apart from that, this week is, of course, a holiday shortened week because tomorrow is a holiday for Guru Nanak Jayanti. And, the Fin Nifty expiry, which is tomorrow, will be preponed to today because of that. And of course, that could actually lead to volatility in the finance sector. So that's something that we need to watch. So stocks like SDFC and all those things would actually make big movements, and that's enough to actually give some volatility to the Nifty. So that's something that needs to be closely watched for the day, I would say. So apart from that, if you look at SGX Nifty in fact opened with a gap down today. So it was trading at more than 18,300 on Saturday. And after that, today, if you see, it actually opened with a gap down close to 18,270, and from there it has been actually rallying and finding some resistance at the same 18,300 zone. So 18,300, of course, can be seen as an important resistance as well. So apart from that, if you look at the important results that came by in the weekend, it was Power Grid. Power Grid reported a decent result, I would say, about 8% higher profit. But along with that, we could also see CAMS coming out with the results, and it was kind of flat. Among good results, I would say it was SBI and TVS. TVS also came out with good results. In fact, TVS also has been rallying for quite some time. So there are chances some profit booking can come in TVS also. So if you look at important stocks to watch today, I would say these are the important stocks: SBI, Power Grid, TVS, CAMS, right, and also Indigo. So Indigo came out with the results. The losses have actually widened. But one good thing in the dark I would see right now for Indigo is that the bookings have actually gone up. Ticket bookings have gone up by 136%. That's really amazing. But then, of course, it is the ATF going up, prices going up, which is actually denting on the profitability of the company. But then, if you see in the aviation sector, I don't see any big player apart from, of course, the Tata Group. Indigo is only one which is actually a listed stock in the aviation sector which can actually perform well. So we might see some weakness in the Indigo side, but then it should be okay, because over a long term period probably we could see some better returns there. So that's something expected on the Indigo side. Apart from that, if you look at the major results coming up today, it is a major focus would be among all other companies on Coal India. So Coal India is coming up with results today, so that's something to be watched out. Apart from that, we also have Paytm. Yes, Paytm is coming out with results today, so that's to be watched. And then we also have Bharat Petroleum coming out with results. So these are three companies among the other companies which will actually come out with results today, which could be watched for some movement in the market as well. So there are chances that Coal India can actually give some big movement. So that's something that needs to be watched. Apart from that, we could also expect some movement in Paytm. So all those investors who are stuck with Paytm for a long time after they got into the IPO should actually watch this day closely. However, we'll discuss more about it tomorrow morning's podcast. So apart from that, if you look at SDX 50, like I told you, it is showing some power right now, and it is showing close to 18,300. But then, of course, of late we have been seeing that Indian market has been opening much lower compared to the SGX Nifty, so probably 100 point down. So if that is the case, we might expect Indian market open close to 18,200. Or will it actually go at, and open at 18,300? That would be a surprise. So let's watch that together and decide how things go. Apart from that, if you look at some important news from the other stocks, I would say Tata Motors would be in focus, because this week they have the results coming up, and before that, they have actually increased the prices of all their models. So that's something kind of good for Tata Motors, and probably we could see some rally in Tata Motors. But however, I am expecting some profit booking by the time the Tata Motors results are coming up this week. Apart from that, we could also have a big news from Reliance, wherein they have actually planned to take over the complete metro cash and carry units in India. Yes, so the deal is closed at almost 4,060 crores, and they are taking over the entire metro cash and carry operations in the entire country. This actually is a good thing, because metro cash and carry has already good setup in the market and a lot of business. So probably with the experience of India coming in from Reliance, we could see the metro cash and carry doing well, and this could be an added feather to the Reliance retail sector. So that's something to be watched. What will happen to the Reliance? Because if you say Reliance has been on a consolidation mode for some time, and such things can probably give some ignition to it. So that's something that needs to be watched out. So if Reliance, SBI, team up together, probably we could see some rally in the market. But then, of course, there's one more sector which has been lying low. That is none other than IT sector. So IT sector has already been lying low, and last week, because of the entire negativity in the US market, we could see the IT sector kind of underperforming. But then I would say this week we have the Tech Mahindra dividend ex date coming up, and the Infosys 9,300 crore cash buyback is also on the process. So with all this, probably we would see some good movement in the IT sector. And if IT sector joins the bandwagon, then there's no stopping from the Nifty, breaking out. So that's something that needs to be watched out. So main counters, like I said, SBI and Reliance and the IT counters. And if that kind of does well, we could see the Nifty actually rallying upwards. So one thing, let me tell you, even though the all-time high is 18,600, there has never been a weekly close in the market above 18,600. So that means if the Nifty actually stays high and and goes further, then we could see 18,600 broken. And if at all that is broken, I would say in the couple of months, we might even don't be surprised if you see even 19,000 broken. So that is the kind of market, because see, if you see, the global markets are already doing negative, and they're all close to their all-time low. Sorry, not all-time low, but their 52-week low. But now, when the entire global markets are sitting close to its 52-week low, we are sitting close to its 52-week high. So, I would say we are actually close to our all-time high, and that actually we're just about 2.5% away from the all-time high. So, if that is the case, if at all the global market starts recovering probably by December, then this Indian market can actually go further rally up. And if that happens, we might even see 20,000 on the cards for next year. So that could be the kind of growth that we are expecting in Indian stock market in the upcoming months and years. So it means it is actually time, if you have not still invested in a mutual fund or a stock market, it is time, high time you actually started investing, and definitely we'll help you with that. All you need to do is connect with us on the phone number mentioned in our website, which is given in the scroll here. So that's, the kind of opportunity that we are having in stock market. Definitely, I'm a lot excited about this. And I'm sure everybody in MPA family is also excited about it. Things are going to look great, and things are going to be great in the Indian economy. So if you look at Asian markets, otherwise, if you look at right now, the Korean market has been kind of trading in the negative, and Japan has been going positive. China last week had a big rally, and on rumors that the Chinese lockdown might actually be ending and the economy might open up. But then on Saturday, the authorities confirmed that it is not the right news, and they're going to have the restrictions continued. So there was a rally on Friday in the China, which actually felt like probably could lose steam after the authorities came out and said this. But then, as I looked today morning, China is kind of trading flat, and Hong Kong is already trading in the positive. So that's something again good, I would say. So apart from that, the major focus will be on the consumer price index, the inflation data that is coming up in US and India. So on Thursday night, that is Indian time night, and then US in the morning, we would see the US consumer price index data coming, which is the inflation data. So if at all it is on the rise, that could be a concern again. And if it is kind of coming down, probably we could see some rally in the US market. So that's coming out on Thursday night. And apart from that, Indian market CPI, that is Indian inflation data, is expected on Friday morning. So that's also something that needs to be focused on. So these are two things which can actually keep the market on hold from the rally. So, but let's see how whether the FIs can actually defend this and go ahead and take the market on a breakout, or will they wait till the inflation data is out. So these are few things to be watched out. Like I say, we can't predict, but just anticipate the market, and let us anticipate that the market actually crosses all-time high soon. So that's something I'm looking forward to with a lot of power. Looking forward to the all-time high broken in India. So again, I'm repeating, if you're not invested, start investing now. This is the right time to start investing, and Indian economy is going to give you the great returns. So with that, this is Srikant Rajan signing off. But before we leave, do press the like button if you love the content that we share. That of course motivates us. And do share this link with your friends and relatives so that they can also be a part of this community and learn and invest together with us. And the best part is, this is all completely free at MPI Family. So with that, this is Srikant Rajan signing off. Wishing you a great week ahead, and looking forward to a profitable week at MPI Family. Goodbye. Have a great day.